silver and gold both have their pros and their cons. I believe each of the metal's pros outweigh the other one's cons, therefore there's really no losing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and staying safe. Today I wanted to talk about silver and gold and how, at least in my opinion, you really can't lose if you're stacking both of the metals. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to get some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, I would really appreciate it. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But I wanted to talk about both precious metals today, or at least two of the precious metals. I wanted to talk about the silver. I wanted to talk about the gold, because I was thinking about it earlier. It's really hard to get to the point where you say that you've lost. It's really hard to say that you're losing if you're stacking both of the precious metals, if you're diversifying, if you are involved in multiple different markets. Now, I believe, regardless of what spot price is doing, I'm setting myself up for success simply by stacking the silver and the gold. Now, the way I stack, I lean way more heavily in the direction of silver. I pick up way more silver than I do gold. I pack way more dollars into silver than I do gold. Gold, I'm stacking alongside my silver simply for diversification purposes, and eventually down the line, if we see the gold to silver ratio gap tighten up and close in, I would be more than happy to take a little bit of my silver and trade it for gold, rather than trading my dollars for gold at that point. But I've heard a lot of people say over the last couple of years of stacking, coming up on 3 years now, a lot of people will say that if spot price goes down, you lost money. I would have to strongly disagree with that. The reason for that is because the silver and the gold, when it comes to the spot price, how it's measured is simply by going by the fiat currency dollar bill value. The money is still in your possession. As long as you don't lose the silver and gold, you didn't lose any money. So if you were to buy in for the first time ever in your life, right around $24 an ounce, pretty much where it's at today, give or take a couple cents. If you were to begin stacking silver at $24 an ounce, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you only started stacking after you've done your own due diligence, after you've done all of your independent research, when you read through all of the articles, you watched tons of videos, you did all this research, all this studying related to the markets and what the precious metals are used for and what drives the prices up, what drives the prices down, and you have a full and complete understanding that you're going to experience the ups, you're going to experience the downs, you're going to experience the roller coaster that is the spot price of precious metals. All that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you've done all that research on your own and you already know that that's going to happen. So if you were to begin stacking silver at about $24 an ounce, let's just say you convert a bunch of dollars into silver today, and then Monday rolls around and spot price goes down to, I don't know, $22, maybe $21 an ounce. Did you lose money? In my opinion, absolutely not. As long as you didn't misplace your silver and gold, or have your silver and gold stolen from you, I do not believe you lost any money in any way, shape, or form. The only way that I would say you could lose is by selling at a loss, which most people don't recommend. I don't think I've ever met anyone in my life that suggests buying high, selling low. That doesn't seem like a very logical thing to do. Now, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Maybe you bought in at $24 and you have some type of financial emergency when spot price is $22 and you have no choice. You got to part ways with some of your silver to help take care of your financial emergency. Completely understand that. I completely respect that. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But the way I see it is, if you're stacking the silver and the gold and you're in it for the long term, spot price goes down, spot price goes up, regardless of what that fiat dollar bill number says that it is today, I believe you're still taking the win. I believe you're still on the path to success. Now, I do believe in diversification, which is why I want to talk about both silver and gold today. I don't believe in putting all your eggs in one basket, which is why most people who stack silver also stack gold, or most people who stack gold also stack silver. We all have a different precious metal of choice. Some of us even stack other precious metals such as platinum and palladium. I don't think I know anybody who has any rhodium. Rhodium is unbelievably pricey right now, at least according to the fiat dollar bill spot price attached to rhodium. But platinum and palladium, I personally am not involved in, and I do not plan on getting involved in, but a lot of people are involved in platinum and palladium for whatever reason it is that they want to be involved in it. Maybe it's diversification, or maybe it's a different reason. Regardless, that's diversifying. They have their eggs in all different baskets. You never want to put all your eggs in one basket. If something happens to one particular metal, and the same thing goes for the stock market, by the way, people who invest in stocks, you think that they put all of their dollars into one sector? Probably not. That wouldn't be a very smart idea, because what if something goes south with that particular sector? Or if they buy into one particular company rather than a variety of companies? Diversification. Same thing applies. Obviously very different from the precious metals, but it goes hand in hand when we're talking about diversification. So I love stacking silver and I love stacking gold, and I love stacking both of these two metals, and it's important to understand, especially if you're new, they're not just metals with different price tags. Silver isn't just a cheap version of gold, and gold is not just an expensive version of silver. You got to understand that both metals are vastly different. They have completely different uses, they have completely different purposes, they have completely different stories. They are not synonymous, they are not identical, they are not the same. That's why I think if you're stacking both silver and gold, at least, and you can stack platinum and palladium as well if you want, maybe even some copper if you want to get a little bit of industrial metal. I would recommend not putting your dollars into copper. Stack copper when it's free, but that's a story for a different video. If you're stacking the silver and the gold simultaneously, even if it's not 50-50, even if it's 75-25, or even if it's 90-10, if you're diversifying, if you're stacking both of the precious metals, I think that's the path to victory. The reason I say this is because, like I said, both metals completely different. Different metals for different reasons. Silver is, yes, a precious metal, but it's also an industrial metal. It has over 10,000 different uses. Gold, completely different metal. That's why I like stacking both. They're different metals, different prices for completely different reasons, used in all different industries, completely different metals. Now, a lot of people out there are not exclusively sticking to precious metals. They're diversifying when it comes to the precious metals, but they're diversifying in other ways as well. Maybe they're investing in stocks, whether it be specific individual companies or index funds, or maybe they're investing in real estate. Maybe they're investing in real estate the stock market way, real estate investment trusts. That's a way of getting involved in real estate on paper. Or maybe they're investing in physical real estate. Maybe they're investing in land or houses and properties and whatever it is that they're trying to do. Or maybe they're starting a business. And by the way, it doesn't need to be a multi-million-dollar business. It could be something that generates a couple $1,000s a month. You don't have to be in the top 1% to run a business. So these people are diversifying. They have a business, maybe two businesses. They're investing in real estate. They're putting cash into the stock market. They're converting their dollars into precious metals. That's true diversification, in my opinion. Now, there's a lot of people out there who will do something called the 4% rule. Now, I don't know all the itty-bitty details about this, but essentially, people invest into, I believe it's an index fund that has an average growth of 5 to 7% per year, and they're packing so many dollars into this, when they retire, and their plan is to retire early, they can live off of withdrawing 4% every year and essentially never run out of money, because they're withdrawing 4%, but it's growing by 5 or more percent. So there's a little bit of buffer room. And the reason I bring up this 4% rule, even though I don't know all that much about it, and it's not something that I personally do, it's not something that I personally plan on ever doing, the reason I bring this up is because that's actually somewhat similar to what people plan on doing with their silver and gold. Now, granted, silver and gold are way more sporadic than an index fund with an average rate of return of over 5% every single year. Silver and gold, they're way more sporadic. The volatility, it's up and down, especially silver, up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and all over the place. Sometimes it'll be like a 20% loss for the year, and then the next year it's a 5% gain, and then the next year after that it's a 5% loss, and the next year is a 15% gain. It's all over the place. Gold typically does a better job holding its value and slowly but surely going up in value. I actually made a video a couple weeks back referring to gold as somewhat of the precious metal version of a blue chip corporation, a well-established company that has already passed the point of that rapid growth, but they're established, they're stable, they're consistent, they're reliable. And I referred to silver as the precious metal version of potentially a growth stock or a new up-and-coming tech stock, a penny stock, one with a lot of volatility, a little bit more risky, I guess you can say, because you don't know what the spot price is going to do. But long story short, the reason I bring up that 4% rule is because a lot of people actually plan on stacking the silver and the gold till they retire, or even continue stacking the silver and gold into their retirement. And if they ever got to the point where they needed to, they can actually part ways with a little bit of silver or a little bit of gold at a time to help supplement their retirement. There's a lot of different things you can do with the silver and the gold. Now, like I said, they don't have that 5 to 7% growth every single year because they're up and down all the time, but a lot of people I know are stacking the silver and the gold to supplement their retirement. In fact, that was actually my original reason for stacking the silver and the gold. I just wanted to stack and stack and stack for a couple of decades, and then if and when I ever get to the point of retiring, which odds are is probably not going to happen, I'm a bit of a workaholic, I don't even want to retire, but if I ever got to the point where I was able to retire, I could potentially, if I wanted to, part ways with a little bit of silver every year if that's what I needed to or wanted to do to help supplement the retirement. That's definitely something that you can do, and I believe decades down the road, silver's going to be way higher than where it is today. I don't know that for a fact. I'm assuming that's going to be the case. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy with a camera, so don't take anything on this channel as financial advice. Make sure you do your own research, form your own opinions, make your own decisions based off of your own conclusions, not mine. But the point I'm trying to get across is that there's plenty of different reasons to stack. There's plenty of different ways that the silver and the gold can enrich your life or enrich your retirement or propel you forward or in a different direction if that's what you want to do. I mean, we got Guido stacking over there who has been selling off his silver, I believe, all year, or at least for the last couple of months, not because he's giving up on silver, but because he wanted to use the quote-unquote gains to help him start a business. And I respect that. And I wish him the best of luck. Now, that might not be something that a lot of people agree with, but that doesn't matter. That's not their silver. It's his silver. He can do whatever he wants. His silver and his future potential business. His money, his currency, his ideas, his business, his problem. Has nothing to do with me, has nothing to do with you, so how we feel about it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to use him as a quick little example. A lot of different reasons to stack, a lot of different things you could do with your silver and your gold to enrich your future, supplement your retirement, start a business, or do whatever you want. Or maybe you want to pass it down to your kids, your grandkids, whatever it is that you want to do. I believe that by stacking both silver and gold, there's really no losing. It's hard to lose. Both metals are completely different. They have completely different uses. They're different metals for different reasons. Silver and gold both have their pros and their cons. Silver is good for this reason, but it's lacking in that reason. Gold is good for this reason, but it's lacking in this other reason. I believe each of the metal's pros outweigh the other one's cons. Therefore, in my opinion, there's really no losing. That's my opinion. From my perspective, I'm very curious to know What are your thoughts? I know this video was probably very sporadic. I want to know what you think. I want to know if you agree with me. I want to know if you disagree with me. Head on down to the comments and let me know your thoughts on whether or not you think it's possible to lose when it comes to stacking the precious metals. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller, easier to manage. I'm also doing giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shout outs, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of the YouTube videos commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 2,000 subscribers. We just hit 1,500, and I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. It comes out of my pocket, not yours. And, of course, the DYDSS Christmas line, which is helping raise a little bit of funds and awareness for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Only available until Christmas. Get one while you can. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on my stance on the precious metals when it comes to stacking both silver and gold? Do you think that there's any real losing? Do you think there's any way that you can lose if you're stacking the silver and the gold? And to add on to that, do you think that if you're only stacking silver or only stacking gold, you're opening yourself up to somewhat of a weakness, lack of diversifying? Do you think that that could come back to haunt you one day in the future? Do you think it's important to stack both of the metals, not just one? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.